Imagine this: Earth silent, cities stand still. Satellites no longer blink in orbit. Humanity has vanished from catastrophe, evolution, or exodus. But before the end, in a final act of defiance or hope, we send one last message into the void. One last whisper from a dying world to say, "We were here." What should that final signal be? Who might hear it? Would it be a song, a scientific equation, a child's laughter? Or would it be silence itself, our most honest farewell? Today we explore what may be the last thing Earth ever says. This is the story of humanity's final signal. Throughout our history, humans have tried to outlive their own time. Cave paintings, pyramids, books, digital files, monuments. It's a natural instinct to leave something behind even in the face of extinction. But what makes a final message different? Because this one isn't meant for us. It's not for future generations or for our children. It's for the unknown, for whoever or whatever may come across the remnants of our existence, be it alien life forms, intelligent machines, or even distant future visions of ourselves. Sending a final message isn't just a scientific act, it's an emotional one. It says, we mattered, we existed, and here is who we were. It's the universe's most human gesture, the act of saying goodbye. We've done this before, sort of. Let's look at some of the most iconic examples of humanity talking to the stars. The Arecibo message, 1974, beamed into space from a radio telescope in Puerto Rico. This 3-minute message included information about human DNA, our solar system, and a stick figure of a human. It was symbolic, aimed not at a real target, but toward the globular cluster M13, 25,000 light-years away. The Voyager Golden Records, 1977, Voyager 1 and 2, both carry golden phonograph records with greetings in 55 languages, music by Bach and Chuck Berry, images of Earth and a kiss. These spacecraft are still out there, now in interstellar space, carrying Earth's postcard into the infinite. MITI projects, 2000s and beyond. Organizations like Messaging Extraterrestrial Intelligence, MITI, have sent out carefully crafted signals meant to start a dialogue. They're controversial. Should we be advertising ourselves to the universe? These messages aren't final, but they're dress rehearsals. They show our impulse to reach out, to connect, to declare, to explain. But what if it's not just communication? What if it's our last confession? Let's imagine we're the team tasked with creating Earth's final transmission. What do we include? These are our universal languages. Prime numbers, the periodic table, physical constants like the speed of light. Mathematics transcends culture. It's logic itself. Music stirs emotion beyond words. A final message might include compositions from Mozart, traditional Aboriginal songs, or a single lullaby sung by a mother. Maybe an image of Van Gogh's Starry Night. Art tells not just what we know, but how we feel. A child laughing, a couple arguing, a poet reading. These capture the raw texture of humanity. Our messiness, our joy, our pain. Photos of Earth from space, faces of every skin tone, cities, forests, oceans, wildlife. Maybe even footage of war and peace, the full story. Perhaps in the end, a single person records the last line. Maybe it's not a scientist or leader. Maybe it's a school teacher, a farmer, a child. They speak not as a representative, but as a human. Maybe it simply says, if you find this, know that we tried. The universe is vast. So vast, in fact, that sending a message into it is like shouting into a hurricane. Still, there's a chance, a small one. But sometimes small chances are all we need. If intelligent life exists and if they can detect, and decode our message. It could be the greatest meeting of minds in history, or what's left of it. But they may not think like us. They may not feel like us. Our message might be poetry to them, or noise. Suppose humans go extinct, but life re-evolves millions of years later. Our message might become an artifact, like ancient cave paintings are to us. AI or post-human intelligences might be our successors. The message could be a bridge between organic and synthetic life. Maybe no one will hear it. That's the most haunting possibility. But even then, the act of sending it still matters. In a world on the edge of silence, we still have many tools to speak. Radio signals, cheap, fast, and able to travel across vast distances. But they spread out and weaken over time. The further they go, the harder they are to detect. Laser communication, focus, precise, and capable of transmitting high volumes of data. Laser pulses could carry complex audiovisual information across space. Physical probes. Like Voyager, we could launch devices that drift through the cosmos for millions of years, possibly outlasting Earth itself. Quantum messages, theoretical. If we master quantum entanglement or other exotic technologies, we may be able to send data faster and farther than ever imagined. Gravitational wave. Signaling, highly speculative. Using distortions in space-time to encode messages is beyond our current abilities, but not beyond our imagination. In all cases, redundancy is key. Many signals, many formats. If it's the last thing we do, we better do it well. So what do we say really? What defines us? Do we send a highlight reel, the best of humanity? Or do we tell the truth, even the painful parts? Should we admit our wars, our failures, our pollution and injustice? Or do we focus on our beauty, our progress, our compassion? Some argue we should send a complete record, like an honest diary. Others say we must protect the dignity of our memory. The final message may not be just about who we were, but who we hope to be. Maybe it contains no words at all, just a song. Or maybe it ends with, "We were born from stars. We reached back to them." There's another possibility, silence. We don't send a message, we don't say goodbye, maybe because we never had time, maybe because we didn't think anyone would listen, or maybe, just maybe, because our existence is enough. The pyramids don't speak, but they endure. A single footprint on the moon doesn't explain who we are, but it shows who we were. Maybe Earth's final message isn't something we transmit. Maybe it's something we leave behind. A fossil, a satellite, a melody trapped in an ancient machine, a trace, waiting to be found. In the endless silence of space, a signal travels. It may never be heard, it may never be answered, but it exists. And that alone is a triumph, because in the vast dark, where stars are born and die without witness, something extraordinary happened here. On this pale blue dot, we lived, we dreamed, we reached for the stars, and before we vanished, we spoke. This was our final signal.